Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Make a Good Mega Man Level Contest 2, or Magmal 2 for short. During the last part, I completed Wily Star II Stage 5, so in this part, I'll be completing Wily Stage 6, and in the process, be completing the main game. Now, a brief word of warning. If you want to complete the stage on one go, make sure to reserve at least an hour of spare time, as this is one of the longest levels in the entire contest. Thankfully, you do not need to do this stage all in one go, and I'll explain why soon enough. So we start off with a simple auto-scrolling segment. A full life restore right over here. And here's Dr. Wily at last. Yep, I remember the reality core. Nope, we can't destroy it. We thought we were genre savvy, but of course, Dr. Wily outsmarted us on that part. That's an Easter egg if you keep continuously switching your special weapons. And now Dr. Wily activates the entire reality core. Meanwhile, back in the hub world. And even in Cutman's stage, that's not even in the hub world, that's in another part of the world. Here's Bondman's level. And boom. The entire world is... well, this is a rather unique position. I don't recall seeing this before. Why, thank you, Rush. Yes, by activating the reality core cannon, Dr. Wily scrambled reality. So I guess it affected worlds outside of Earth and the Wily Star itself, so... just imagine if this was a more serious game. How much craziness Dr. Wily just unleashed on the entire universe. But we only explore the world and the Wily Star itself, so these implications aren't explored to that extent. Anyways, for this stage, we need to locate the 6 hotspots, or rather energy elements, and destroy them to ungarble reality, and then defeat Dr. Wily in the end. And because Dr. Wily garbled reality, we're now going to recreations of several levels from Mega Man 1 through 2. So first off, starting from Cutman's level. Now Woodman's level. Now Heatman's stage. Now Iceman's level, though in reverse this time. And with actual water physics. Now this is Mega Man 1 Wily Stage 1. Crashman's level. Now Mega Man 1 Wily Stage 4. Fireman's level. And at last, Mega Man 2 Wily Stage 1. Here we fight the hologram dragon. Unlike the original Mecha Dragon, its only weak spot is the head. But it falls rather easily. Okay, there was an invisible floor over there. And now we drop down a series of levels, all from different fortress levels. And now we're in Napalm Man stage. So now we have recreations, or rather garbled reality, from games following Mega Man 1 through 2. Now Flashman's level. Fairman's level. And now we're in the main hub world of the stage. This stage takes heavy inspiration from the Great Maze stage of Rockman minus Infinity, the penultimate stage. So, as Dr. Light said, in order to complete this level, we need to locate and destroy the 6 energy elements powering the Reality Core cannon, and we already destroyed one of them. But of course, this stage is a giant maze, so we'll need to locate each of the areas that house each of the energy elements. And because of how long this stage is, I'm going to be splitting up this video into 3 parts. Wrong way. This is actually the right way to go, never mind. I'm gonna try doing the following tier gauntlets in order from lowest tier to highest tier. So up here is the first one, and this one was made by Spark. Basically, there are 5 of these tier gauntlets, where we go to recreations, or rather remix stages, taken from 2 tiers at a time. Like Spark's one remixes or recreates levels that were all from tier 1s through tier 2. So we start off with Snowman stage. Thankfully, these recreations aren't as painful as the original stages, especially in regards to the lower tiered levels. And yet I failed that because I didn't move to the right fast enough. Checkpoint placement for each of these tier gauntlets is on the very generous side. And that's why I don't like picking up pickups right over spikes. And at last, we have a proper usage of the Sandstorm gimmick. Now we're in Wily Tower. I'll try my best to list out the origin level names, but I'll probably forget a few. This is Colorful Hall. Why, thank you, RNG. You're being rather generous here. Now we're in Gigavolt Man's level. And of course we have this mini-boss battle, this time less glitchy. When I mean less glitchy, I mean that the scrolling isn't broken, or causes the mini-boss to respawn. Now Dragon Lab Lair. Cardinal Man. And I do like how these recreations and remixes try to preserve some of the highlights of the original levels, highlights and original gimmicks, as well as maintaining the tile sets, enemies, graphics, etc, etc. This is Quint, and this is me failing to move to the left. And this is me forgetting that those platforms can be destroyed against those spike balls. I did a quick weapon switch at the wrong time. Wow, I'm having a lot more trouble with this stage compared to my test runs. I guess the El Pierre's curse is rearing its ugly head here. That's how you do it, Buster only. Now we're in Ancient Tomb, aka the Plagiarized stage. And already this is more unique in comparison to the original Ancient Tomb stage. We have seals, we have the Gabiole enemies, or whatever these fish enemies are called. Kind of embarrassing to the original stage. Airflow Hubble. Much less frustrating because these Apache Joes are more constrained. Yggdrasil. Thankfully, its screen wrapping gimmick isn't as annoying. You can still easily get ambushed by this demonic crazy cannon though. Rush City. Mix and match with the debug graphics. And up over here is the mini-boss battle. Chimera Bot 1, aka Bond Joe. Basically a combination of both Bondman and Joe Man. Well, I have a whole supply of V-Tank, so I might as well use it. Every one of these sub-areas contains a mini-boss battle at the end, which is a Chimera bot, a combination of two Roadmasters we've seen before. And that's the second of the 6 energy elements destroyed. As you may have noticed on the bottom left part of the screen, once you destroy one of those reality core orbs and collect the next energy element, the game saves. So if you decide to exit the game and return back, your progress will be saved, so that's really helpful. Also, sometimes when you clear off an area, the area preceding it is blocked off by those spikes. That means to go to another part of the maze, so it reduces the amount of wandering around the maze you need to do, especially if you don't have access to the map. This is Nightman's level, I think. Or it's Proto Castle, I don't remember exactly. Toadman's level. Elecman's level. One of the Wily stages. One of the Wily stages in Mega Man 2, Hornet Man's level. Shadow Man's stage. Cossack 1, I think. No, Blizzard Man's stage. No, it's Cossack 1. Up over here is the remixes of stages from Tier 3 to Tier 4, done by Juppy Hornet. And we can see in the background what tiers we're remixing. So we start off with Super Mario Bros. 3. Now we're in Neon Man's stage, with of course the hologram entity that can create the City War background. Just like the original City War hologram generators, these are indestructible. Here's the Disco Ball mini-boss. Combust Man. And we have the eye-searing background as well, that was maintained. So definitely authentic to the original stage. This kind of reminds me of the last stage in Magma 1, the last Wily Fortress stage, which did something similar, but each of the segments was separated in their own teleporter. Here is a gauntlet. Over there you had a choice between each of the recreations of stages. You could do them in any order, but here you only have 5 different choices, each corresponding to 2 consecutive tiers. And that was Taco Man's recreation. The dampening. Candy Panic. Poorly named level, aka the level with these Tornado Man platforms. By the way, there's nothing of interest to the right, outside of maybe an extra life. I'm trying to do this buster only because it's not that bad, actually. You just need to learn how to time your jumps. I prefer these challenges over the Gutsman platform challenges for sure. But I won't waste your time here because it's taking a bit too long. At least there's less chance of death over here. If only I could control my jump height. Jungle Base. So its weakness is the wheel cutter. Megalondo. Praise the sun indeed. Thankfully not as frustrating as the original stage, much less spike happy. And last but not least, Forgotten Fortress, which is where the boss fight takes place at. Here we fight Chimera Bot 2 Chomburst Man, or Chombust Man, a combination of Chomp Man and Combust Man. I find it clever how Chombust Man uses the dead explosion from Combust Man as an actual offensive attack. And remember, every time you return back to the hub world, make sure to pick up one of the infinitely respawning Yashikis, and feel free to spam all of your special weapons. After all, this is the final stage in the main game.